So here we go. Okay, so welcome to fucking Breaking Vegan. This is being hijacked by the Core Control Movement. My name is Hobby, and we're here with the founder himself, Jay from JFit.
Thank
okay?
you.
So here it is. We're interviewing on your own show, man. I have to say.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So a little bit about yourself. I know you probably introduced yourself already for the show, but come on, tell me. I met you, and you were very vibrant, very open-minded, a vegan nonetheless. Tell me, what else? What brings you alive, man?
Man, well, I'm going to say it as it is. My name's Jay with a G.
Fair enough.
G's for gangster.
All right.
Actually, a small joke. I was actually bullied and teased my whole life, so I was always called gay. You know, Jay with a G, gay. But I pulled it off. And I had long hair. I looked like a girl.
Yeah.
So I was just bullied. I had the crap teased out of me my entire life, but I've embraced it, and that sort of motivated me to be like who I am today, actually.
Cool. So let me ask you something, or just kind of like comment along, and then you can elaborate.
Okay.
So one of the things that's very impressive about you is you're so young, and not that young isn't as a factor for being successful or what have you, but it's always impressive when you meet someone so young, so driven, but that actually applies what they're doing. What moves you, Jay? Like, tell us. You're not only a very famous and reputable spokesperson here in China. You've done a lot of fitness conventions, what have you, and you're still growing out here. You have your own brand. Tell us about that, man. It's very, very inspirational.
Yeah, well, you see, I had a very interesting childhood.
Okay.
And I was quite lucky I've got quite amazing parents. My mom's a world-renowned psychic, TV host, radio host. She's been on, I spent half my childhood with her, sitting and listening to her on radio and going to TV stations. So I was sort of in the back line of that. But through all of that, I got to learn so much from what she was teaching others. And they're professional counselors. They got quite a caliber. So as a kid, I was taught whatever I'm teaching now, I'm just basically teaching what was taught to me and applying it with the main goal of helping other people. Nice. You know, I got stuck. I wouldn't say I got stuck. I've been modeling for about 5 years internationally and traveling. And it's all good, your bank account's nice, you got pictures, it's all the fame that comes with it. But there was just something missing for me. It was, I'm doing all of this, I'm benefiting from it, but who else is benefiting from it? They see a picture and, oh cool, that's nice, but that's it. No, there's just no health facts on it. And I got tired of that. So I wanted to, and through all of this, I've been traveling, I've been around, there's sex, drugs, rock and roll, you know how it goes. I think modeling industry is one of the most hardcore, the behind the scenes is crazy what a lot of people think goes on, what actually goes on.
It's not that pretty?
No, it's not that pretty. Okay. But I've never touched alcohol in my life. I've never touched drugs. Never smoked. I never smoked weed. Been vegan my entire life. So I've learned to adapt my lifestyle, even in a crazy industry, the most crazy of crazy. And it didn't change me. In fact, the more I was in it, the more I got pissed off with how bad it was, that it just inspired me to just keep becoming better and better and better.
Okay.
And I wanted to teach others how to do that.
Okay.
And that's sort of what I've done with my JFit.
So, wait, just really quick before that. So what made you come out here in Shanghai and develop that out here? Or did you have JFit before?
Yeah, so I started it about 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
I came through one season and it was quiet, and I started doing some workouts, and it actually started with a workout in the park with foreign ladies. Just purely because that was when I was like, I need to do more, I need to give back. So I started training other people.
Yeah.
But through that, they were just coming there for exercise, and that was purely it.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to come to the class just not to blow my own horn, but just to
see you,
to see me in the class.
Wow.
We got some light on the subject now.
Right.
So it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't what I wanted. I don't want people to just come to
the class. But it helped.
It does help. I think half the people come to my lectures just to picture afterwards.
Okay.
But I wanted to give them the techniques to change their own mind.
Good. The tough life of a model.
Yeah, that's.
All right. So tell me more about JFit now. Like, you were training people, and then how'd you come up with JFit, and what is JFit? Tell us.
Well, how JFit actually started now. We're an online fitness academy, but I started off. I've been vegan my whole life, and I've been very quiet on social media, and a lot of people, I haven't told the reasons for being vegan. I've kept it discreet because I respected the other viewer. I respected their side. I didn't want to see it as like forcing it down your throat, being that aggressive vegetarian. You know, vegetarians have got a bad reputation for sitting there saying, "Oh, you eat meat, I'm not going to eat at the same table." And I didn't want to be seen as that. You know, I wanted it to be, I do it for me.
Right.
And I wanted people to know that. I didn't want people to say, hey, I'm doing this to convert the whole world, because that's not the reason I do it. And I had an interview last year with a platform called Veg Planet. Massive, I think they've got like 1 million followers.
Where is this?
It's in China. And they sat me down and they said, why are you vegan? And I was like, you know, I've kept this quiet, but they wanted to know the answer of certain questions. So I thought, you know what, let's give it to them. And the response I got was mind-blowing. People were so open to it because China's got a very different mentality to the Western world. Now, if I were to say what I did in South Africa, where I'm from, a lot of people would like frown upon because there's a lot of religion, and it sort of will bash sides because it's just conflict of interest. So through that, I thought, okay, this is actually an opportunity for me to teach the real reason behind all of it.
Okay.
And that's how I started the online academy. Now, the online academy is not just about home exercises. It's high-intensive training that I developed through traveling, through modeling, how to have a fit body, limited amount of time, as effective as possible. But to teach the students how to become positive, how to deal with stress, how to become confident with their body, teach them about food. And all my students are on a plant-based diet. And I educate them about why you need vitamin B12, why you need vitamin B6, and let them know where they can find those things.
Right.
And try it for a month.
Okay.
For them to experience it and say, okay, so after a month, why do I feel the way I do?
Okay. So tell me, what is included in one of these lovely packs here?
Well, in the food packs, it comes out, it's got like a 6-pack in the front. And in here, we
That's
have...
clever, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Look at you.
Well,
That's really, I didn't pay attention to that.
yeah, well, remember, abs are made in the kitchen, not in the
Exactly.
gym.
Right,
So
right.
what you put inside your stomach is going to reveal what's outside.
Okay, sweet.
And so we've got, 3 containers pop in here, and then I've got my my JFit snack packs. Which we've got these, and I've actually got my breakfast pack in here too. I like to travel with it. It's an Omega Boost. 100% organic, goji berries, flax seeds, it's got chia seeds, xylitol, coconut, so no sugar, no dairy.
Yeah.
Ready in 1 minute.
So how do you mix that? You put that in?
Pop it in, some hot water, and then it cooks. So I decided to make these because a lot of the students were saying, hey, how do I have a healthy body? Where do I find healthy food?
Yeah.
What can I eat as a healthy snack? Now, nuts. In China, it's very hard to get unsalted, no sugar nuts, and the right amounts.
Right.
So I started making them, and I've worked them out. We've got the nutrient information, and I make each pack individually, so that each pack has the exact same amount of nuts, the exact same amount of raisins, the exact same amount of goji berries, so that for the students that are caring about their health, their body, they can track their progress to the T. If I tell them they're allowed 100 carbs a day, they know that in this pack it's this number, and it's going to be consistent throughout every single pack that they get.
Impeccable quality control.
Quality versus quantity.
All right, so aside from the J packs, Jay, you're also doing presentations throughout China, right? And I think maybe most people here in China would know you as the Super J, right? I mean, you're much more handsome than that. It's crazy the resemblance that you have for Clark Kent. How'd you start with that, and who are you doing that for? How did that come about?
Well, pretty much after my interview went live, I think we had about 200 people, 200,000, I think, viewed the article.
Okay.
And from there, I just got invitation after invitation.
Okay.
And the first workshop I was invited to was China Fit.
Okay.
Now, you should be aware of China Fit. China Fit is an online organization. They're massive. They're absolutely huge. And they do 5 roadshows a year. Mm-hmm. And at these roadshows, they invite about between 30 and 40 of the top trainers around China and then they give lectures to all the personal trainers in those cities. And they're they're the only ones that allow the people to come there and they can pull out any lecture and go into whatever lecture they like. They give them a bit more choice. So I lecture at the vegan section and I lecture at the personal training section about how to build muscle on a vegan diet. But I actually call it eating for life, because my lectures are about eating for life, not anything else. It's just it's based on life. So I travel with China Fit, and they're pretty big. My previous lecture, I had about 800 people.
How about this new lecture that's coming up in Beijing?
The new one, we got the Beijing China Fit. That's the biggest one expected. They're expecting, I think, about 20,000 people there.
Holy shit,
so
that's
it's pretty big.
That's cool.
Yeah, then I travel with TI Fit, and they also have about a road show every month and a half.
Okay.
And I travel with them, and I do two things. I do shows with them, and I just show the people how to use their equipment. But like you, functional training, different things that you wouldn't use in the gym, things that you outside of the box exercises. You know, as you got a ball, what are you going to use the ball for? What about walking with it, standing on it, doing squats on it? Then I do classes for their personal trainers, because as we spoke about before in my show, that the fitness industry is very closed here. It's very to the book. It's not very open-minded. I want to bring the fun factor back into exercise. So I want the trainers, I want to educate them on how to have fun with the client, how to make workout not a chore, but something you want to do. Something you're like, yeah, I'm going to go to gym. What game am I going to play today that's going to make me strong, have fun? So it's just educating. That's
so
educating.
When you're not out there saving lives and educating people and inspiring people, what are you doing? What do you do for your free time, man?
Free time? What's that?
What's the civilian Jay do?
I don't have free time.
You don't have free time.
When I'm at home, I'm either making recipes. I'm busy writing my recipe book. So I'm a photographer. So everything you see on the packs, the labels, the design, the shirts, everything I design. I do all my pictures, I do all my editing, I do my production, I do the post-production of the series. So I'm always constantly developing new ideas, new graphics, new logos, new posters. And when I'm not doing that, I'm learning. Every day I like to bring up my books, I like to read about what I'm talking about, because I like to know what the food does for me, for my health, and then share with others what I'm doing for my own body.
That'd be quite useful for you to share. Awesome, man. So,
and then training with you, learning new things, learning new movements, new exercises, because I don't know anything. You know, the fact is we don't know anything. What we think we know, and the moment we realize we don't know anything, is the moment we realize how much there is still to learn.
Exactly right.
I'm just about learning the whole time.
All right, so here it is. Sum it down for us in a few or a couple of words or whatever, what have you. What do you want to tell the people out there that are getting to know you, and that that will get to know you over the time to come?
I'm an open book. There's no bullshit. I say it the way it is. I don't sugarcoat anything. A lot of people don't like it because I say things how I think. If you're going to ask me, does my ass look fat? I'm going to tell you yes or no. Right. That's it. Marketing, advertising, media has just lying to us, and I want to break that down. So with Breaking Vegan, with the show, I just want to take all the bullshit out the way and allow people to know what's healthy for them. Whether it be eating meat, eating vegetables, just educate, help people become the best that they can be.
Awesome, there you guys have it. Hacking, breaking vegan with a hobby for the core control movement. You heard it. There is no bullshit with this guy. So keep it real. Yeah, you'll be seeing a lot more of him.
Awesome.
Cheers. And